No, I do not need Football Manager tutorials. Stop calling me about it. What do you mean, have a look on the internet? What? What's going on? What? No. There's got to be a joke. There's got to be a joke. Where's the board? Where's the board? Shit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 11 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And of course, if you do enjoy today's episode, potentially the final episode if I get sacked, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, and hit the notification bell as well to be alerted when these videos are live. I've seen it. You've all probably seen it, annoyingly. Yeah, it's not looking good. My job security, precarious. To summarise, the board are bitterly disappointed with your management of the team. Me, I think they're talking absolute poppycock because, if I'm honest, I feel like we've still got a very good chance of getting promoted. The only reason they're fuming is because we're not in the automatic spots, which I feel like from about 15 games ago was pretty nailed on that we weren't going to get the automatic spots. I mean, we're in the playoffs. There's still a chance. Potentially. We could still lose. I could get sacked. Oh, bloody hell. This could genuinely potentially be the final game of the series in episode 11. Oh, God. And it's going to be on camera as well. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic because we are going to be playing the final 2 games of the season. 2 very winnable games against Plymouth and Northampton. As you can see, Northampton are already relegated. Plymouth potentially going to be getting relegated. 2 winnable games. And if we win both games, we will get the playoffs. And of course, if we do get the playoffs, that will be in the next episode. But it requires a lot on our part, and our previous results haven't been, what's the word, making me confident. I think that's the easiest way to see it. Of course, the last episode was the 2-2 home draw against Oxford. Since then, we've played 6 games with 3 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses. So once again, what has been very much the main problem of our season is the consistency. We've never been able to get more than 3 or 4 wins like linked together, one after the other. We've always got a draw or a loss in there, which has really hindered our momentum, our players' confidence. And boys, our players' confidence very, very low going into these games. We're struggling to score goals, and some of these games are very winnable from the likes of like Blackpool. Are Blackpool good? They're in 12th. Accrington Stanley in 17th. Like some winnable games that we really struggled with. But we're going to go through each individual game now. The first one being against Peterborough. The game while you're away was an unfortunate, very unlucky 2-0 away defeat at the hands of Peterborough, where looking at the stats, you're probably saying we're quite unlucky. We had the much better expected goals, more shots, but unfortunately, what will be the trend throughout all the games that you're going to see today, and the previous episode, to be fair, is we are struggling to score. Pellegrini's got off the pace. Jordan Jones, Maguire, Woodburn. Something has just stopped. Something is not clicking right now. And we are really, really struggling to get any sort of goal. And when we do score, I feel like it's primarily luck that's making us score, because it's either through a set piece, a penalty, last minute goals through a counter-attack. We're not able to get a good sort of 10 or 15 minutes in a match where we're absolutely peppering the goal. Instead, teams that we're losing against are just like playing much better against us. This is probably the only game that we're going to see today where we should have won. But unfortunately, despite the shots and expected goals, none of our team performed, which is very, very rare for us. Normally we have the defenders that are pretty good, but today, not a single sausage, not a cocktail sausage. I've just called a player a cocktail sausage. Moving on. Not a single player got over a 6.6. 7. I apologise. Over a 7.0 rating, which is a massive concern, and that basically was the main reason why we didn't score. We just didn't have anything about us. And we look at the Peterborough, every single player, bar 3 players, got over a 7.0, and they played a very weird formation, a 5 at the back. Absolute scumbags, a lot of them, honestly. But then the next game was a 1-0 win at home to Charlton, where, once again, I said it just then, the only reason we scored was because of a penalty, and if we hadn't scored that penalty, we would have been in a lot of trouble. Chris Maguire getting himself a goal from the penalty spot just before half-time, making my half-time tea talk much, much easier. And thankfully, we got a few better ratings, but the game, we absolutely dominated. We should be scoring more than 1. This should have been a 3 or 4-0, but Pellegrini's just not performing at the moment. 8 goals in 18, obviously. He came into the club scoring bags of goals, but him, Woodburn, Jordan Jones and Maguire just aren't clicking. And most of our goals have come through Maguire. Jordan Jones is continuing to disappoint. Woodburn's gone off the pace. And everyone's just not clicking. I don't know if that's down to team cohesion, confidence in club, where we are in the league that's having an effect on our players. I'm not too sure, but we need to start getting some goals quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to be in heaps of trouble. They're going to continue getting their waves. They're going to continue having a life. I'm going to be on my way seeing that certain person at a job centre, which none of us want to see. Potentially the only game that I wasn't annoyed at was a 4-2 defeat away to Bristol Rovers, which weirdly was probably our best performance in today's episode, where Hanlan, that reminds me of Lord of the Rings for whatever reason. Brandon Hanlan got himself 4 goals against us. How many goals has he got in this year? He's got 20 and 32. That makes me feel a little bit better. But my God, he absolutely destroyed us. We did have a late comeback towards the end of the game. Hanlan put them 4-0 up after 63 minutes. And at this point, it's damage limitation, trying to avoid a 5, a 6, a 7-0 defeat. Thankfully, Maguire got himself another penalty. Proves my point. And Pellegrini got himself a headed goal in the 92nd minute to make the result a little less embarrassing. And once again, arguably our best performance so far in this episode. We same amount of shots on target. They had the better expected goals, but much better ratings. It was our defenders that let us down in this game. And Ben Woodburn with a terrible 5.8 rating. Thankfully, Pellegrini was able to get himself on the score sheet. Maguire once again getting a penalty. It's penalties galore at the moment. It's just madness. Jordan Jones actually had a positive influence on a game, which we're all bloody surprised about. Still absolutely terrible at football, as you'd expect, viewers, let's be honest. But yeah, the only game that I expected to lose was against Bristol Rovers, a 4-2 defeat, which really, really put us under a lot of pressure to get some more points. Thankfully, we were able to get a victory away at Blackpool in the next game. A very important victory where, my God, did we FM Blackpool. Yeah, we FM'd them to the ultimate scumbaggery, with Pellegrini getting himself a goal very, very early on. Kai scoring 11 minutes after half-time, and Ben Woodburn with a very late goal in the 80th minute to get all 3 points for myself and the Sunderland faithful, where I think at this point we actually got into the playoffs again. So obviously the teams around us are also dropping points, which is very, very useful, because if they weren't dropping points, we would be in a world of hurt. But then we did get out of the playoffs with a 0-0 against Hull, where Hull obviously did get themselves promoted. There's not much to say in this game. No goals. We were lucky. They dominated. They should have scored about 3. We held on with probably our best defensive performance in today's episode, where Kenlock and Jamie and Burge getting themselves positive ratings with power as well. Dion Sanderson getting injured, which thankfully I don't think was long term. It wasn't. It was only for a few days. But my God, were we lucky to come out of this. They got 2 disallowed goals at the stroke of full-time and early on in the game, where we came out of that game counting our chickens. Thankfully, we were able to get a 1-0 win in the next game against Accrington Stanley, where we scored in the 94th minute through our captain, Mr. Max Power, scoring a long-range belter of a goal to get ourselves all 3 points in a game where we should be winning. There was only a 0.01 difference in the expected goals, but Accrington Stanley put up a really, really good fight for themselves. Obviously, Accrington Stanley aren't particularly brilliant in this league. They're 17th, and they could potentially be close to relegation. It looks like they're probably safe. I don't know if they're mathematically safe. They're not. They only need one more point, and they're probably guaranteed safety. If not mathematically, they need 2 more points. But yeah, we've got 2 games in today's episode. It's going to be a long one. Strap yourselves in. Get yourself a cup of tea. Get yourself a good cup of tea with the Boss mug. Coming out, it's not coming out, but the Boss mug. Get yourself on it. Get a cup of tea. Get your feet up and chill out as we get ourselves playoffs. First game is against Plymouth. Let's see our team. We are struggling for fitness at this moment. We've got a lot of players demanding rest, which isn't ideal. I think we're going to bring back Jordan Jones. Diamond's had a good impact off the bench when he's actually came on. However, we need our best team on. It's as simple as that. If we lose this game against Plymouth or draw, I mean, we can draw it, but Doncaster have got a much better expected goals. Obviously, we can't rule out MK Dons. They're still on our tail. We probably need, if we win one more game and Doncaster or MK Dons draw one more game, we've probably got ourselves the playoffs, right? They've got Rochdale away and Peterborough, so Doncaster have got some very, very tough games coming up. What about MK Dons? Who have they got? They've got Fleetwood away and Rochdale, so MK Dons have got a decent run in going into these final 2 games. It's been a long, hard old slog of a season. Our first year with Sunderland. Hopefully it won't be our final year. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll go into next year with a little bit more confidence, a little bit better morale, and some better players as well. Obviously, we have got the likes of Embleton coming back, who's really, really good for this level. And we've also got George Dobson as well. 2 players that are going to be integral for me next year. We've also got Will Griggs, who is okay as a player. He's not going to, obviously, get the world alight, but he's a decent player. Hopefully we can get Pellegrini back on loan for next year. That'll be absolutely fantastic for us. Right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen, into probably our most important game of our career. Probably not. The Champions League, if we get there, probably the most important one. Here we go. We need to get it right. We need to win this game. There's no drawing or losing. We can't have disappointment if we want to keep our jobs. There's no way I can tell the individuals that as a team, if you don't win, I lose my job. I don't think they're going to care, really. That's the problem. Right. I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. Please, a goal after 10 minutes. A goal after 10 minutes. For us, obviously. It's a very early free kick to Plymouth. This could be disastrous for us. I mean, he's taking his sweet time. Does he want a time waste after 8 minutes? Before 8 minutes? What the heck? Lewis. Oh, no. As if we've conceded for a free kick. You know, as soon as there's a free kick in that position, that it's going to go in. I mean, it's a good free kick, don't get me wrong, but that is not what we needed. However, there is a chance straight after the Plymouth goal. No way. Don't you? That's a great tackle. Can we get ourselves a counter-attack? Kenlock. Obviously, the player that we brought in, Woodburn, ball to Pellegrini. They got a lot of players back, but it's a terrible ball. Like on Broadbent, the BTEC version of Broadband there. Right, Woodburn. It seems like this chance is going to go towards unless we lose it. Woodburn, Scowen, Maguire. Can we get ourselves a chance here? Our right back's not really making a darting run, but that is a great tackle as we are going to be getting counter-attacked here. Ennis on the right, cutting in. Is he going to score? He hits the post. Right. Oh my God. Are we actually going to lose against bloody Plymouth? Are we actually going to do this, boys? I mean, it looks like the other teams around us are drawing or losing. Kenlock, a ball to Woodburn. We're just not getting up the pitch. Woodburn. This is disastrous for us. Woods. Ball right. It's a good header. We're going to get to that. Woodburn able to get it under control. Kenlock. Scowen. Ball to Jordan Jones. Can he actually do something useful? Sanderson on the right-hand side. It's a lovely ball. Scowen! Calm down, Alex. Calm down. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. What a goal. Holy shit. What a goal. Oh my God. Right. That is arguably our best goal we've ever seen on this save so far. Sanderson. It's that first time. It's the fun. Look at that. He's scoured. Potentially just saved my job. Doncaster, are they losing? They're drawing against Rochdale. This is a massive result. MK Dons, how are they doing? MK Dons are still drawing. Right. We need teams to lose here. We need teams to lose. It looks like we are slowly but surely getting back into the game. If they draw this and we win, we're in the playoffs. I've just realised. Looks like teams are still drawing. McLeod. No. Cooper. Oh, God. Please get rid of it. McLeod. Cooper. Tackle him. That's a good tackle. Can we counter-attack? Oh, my God. Scowen. Pellegrini. He's got to score this. He's all by himself. Go on, Pellegrini. Penalty! Come on! Oh, yes. Right, we needed this. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get ourselves a goal? Put ourselves 2-1 up in a game of magnificent magnitude. Maguire! He's not even our captain. Penalty taken, Maestro. 11th goal of the season. I said that we scored a lot of penalties, and I don't care how we score or win. In games like these, you need a bit of luck, and boy, are we getting some luck. And we go into this game 2-1 up at half-time. Guard against complacency. Into the second half. For the team's draw, we get ourselves Rochdale 2-0 up against Doncaster. How are Peterborough doing? Is it Peterborough? I don't know. It's another chance, though. 3-1 up, and you're probably going to say the game's over. It's an interesting ball to Kenlock on the left-hand side. It's a lovely ball to Pellegrini. Woodburn. It's got to be free. What a save from Cooper! You'd put your house on Pellegrini scoring there. But he isn't able to do it max power. Peterborough 1-0 up against Lincoln. I don't know if it's actually Peterborough that we want to win. That we want to lose, sorry. And look, is there still a chance? Scowen? It's not going to be another banger, is it? Max power. I feel like this is still a chance. Jordan Jones. Pellegrini. Penalty. This is how nervous I am, viewers. Free kick. This is in shooting distance. Come on, mate. Who's taking it? Maguire. Of all the sides you could have gone, you've gone to the side with the most defenders. No, it's MK Dons. Broadbent. Maybe should go to Virgin. Lewis. Cooper. A draw would help us here. But it just means we need to win in the next game. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That is the weakest shot I've ever seen. 61 minutes on the clock. How are Doncaster doing? Where are Doncaster? Where are Doncaster? I can't see where Doncaster are. What the Bristol Rovers? I'm so confused, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 10 minutes to go. Oh my God. Is this going to be the time? Time waste. Please. Don't score a last minute goal for the love of God. Please. Please. Have we just secured playoffs? I think we've just secured playoffs. Please, just tell me if we've secured playoffs. Yes! Come on! Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Doncaster bottled it 3-0 against Rochdale, and then MK Dons drew against Fleetwood. Fleetwood, you beautiful people. You may be getting relegated, but in my heart, you will stay in there forever. Oh my God, the pressure's off. It's not. We probably still need to get promoted, but it's one hurdle we've overcome. Holy smokes. Holy shit. We've managed to get ourselves a playoff spot. And of course, this game against Northampton doesn't really mean much. So we're still going to play it, of course. We are still going to play it. However, we don't really care, do we? So we're going to go to the next game, and we're going to discuss my plans for next season if I'm still in a job. I feel like the fact we've got playoffs is probably quite likely. But yeah, I'll see you in just a few seconds. A game that means so little. However, in front of the Sunderland fans, you guys, I want to make you proud by getting a victory in our final home game of our first season, episode 11. It's took a while, but we are at the end of our first season. We're going to be sticking with the boys that did get us into the playoffs. Of course, we're going to be sticking with Pellegrini, Woodburn, Jones, Maguire, Scowen, Power, Kenlock, Bright, Serge Margie, and Sanderson. Now, in terms of my plans for next year, of course, I'm pretty confident that we'll have a job next year. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty confident because we have got into the playoffs. The board will at least be a little bit happy. There's going to have to be a shake-up. There's going to have to be a massive shake-up going into next year in terms of the personnel. We're going to have to get some really good players in. There is a chance here. I mean, a win here would definitely help my case. Jordan Jones, what control that is. He's going to hit it. He's going to be a greedy man. He is. Phil Mitchell off EastEnders in goal for Northampton. I mean, what a career path he's had. It's a good shot from Jordan Jones. Unfortunately, he's not able to convert it. Max Power with the corner. Pellegrini has obviously got the height on most defenders. 6'2" of Loving. Gets the header on. Unfortunately, he's not able to convert it. Max Power, captain, hopefully he can get himself an assist here. Max Power, it's a poor ball in. It looks like we're going to get to that. We don't. With Marshall, Northampton with the chance to potentially counter-attack. Well, obviously, Northampton are already relegated, so they probably don't really care about this game, really. However, Peterborough, if they do lose, we could potentially... Okay, we can potentially get 5th here if we win. Obviously, it's a big if against the team bottom in the league. Scowen, Maguire. Kenlock on the left-hand side. Get that ball in. No, he's a good crosser of the ball. It's a lovely ball. I mean, I feel like that's just smacked into Pellegrini's head and he hasn't really understood what's gone on there, if I'm honest with you. But it's 1-0 to Sunderland against Northampton. It's a really well-worked goal, to be fair. Maguire, the heartbeat of that play. Kenlock with a lovely cross in. It smashes into Pellegrini's face. Bolger doesn't know what he's doing with his lovely ginger head. Unfortunately, he's not able to head the ball away. Putting us 1-0 up, as unfortunately, it looks like Peterborough do have a better goal difference than us. I'm not sure by how much. We could probably have a look. We can't, unfortunately. Can we make it a bit bigger? So what's their goal difference? Right, well, Peterborough we need to have a 4-goal swing. Peterborough are currently 3-0 down, so we need to score a few more. They need to concede a few more as well, and potentially we can get in front of Peterborough. And Peterborough have got a goal back, which is a little bit disappointing. Northampton haven't had a single shot on our goal yet. 6-7 minutes gone on the clock, and it looks like we can have another opportunity here. Kenlock on the left-hand side. And get a few more goals, maybe take the pressure off me. Kenlock, can he get another good crossing? He does. Pellegrini and Kenlock. David Beckham and... No, Gary Neville and Rooney or something. You know what I'm trying to get at. Lovely combination from the boys there. Kenlock and Pellegrini getting a really decent partnership. Kenlock with 2 assists so far. If only he could have done more of this throughout the year, potentially would have been further... potentially having a better year. I can't actually change this. There we go, everyone. Right. So how are Peterborough currently doing? We've got a 3-goal difference we need to get. Max Power. Pellegrini with another header. Pellegrini's absolutely fantastic in the air. It's disappointing to see him not able to convert that. It looks like we are going to be finishing 6th unless there's a massive goal swing here. It looks like we are going to be finishing 6th in the League One, sorry. We'll take it. It's a good win in front of the home fans. Our final game of the year. A really good performance. It's a shame that we weren't able to have performances like that throughout the season. And tomorrow, we are going to have Ipswich Town in the playoff semi-final. How have we played against Ipswich Town in the past? They beat us and they beat us. Right. Fantastic. Of course, all of the playoffs will be in tomorrow's episode. But for today's episode, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully, you have enjoyed it. Of course, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have enjoyed it. Share the video around. It really, really does help, and I really do appreciate it. And hopefully, you have faith and confidence in me to get into the championship in our first year. But of course, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Wherever you are in the world, take care. And I'll see you in a very important episode. Goodbye.